All new, up-to-the-minute stories you need to see. Local 4 News Morning continues right now.
Repairing his image, Tiger Woods has apologized on his website for what appears to be transgressions within his marriage. But is that enough?
Well, up next, we're going to be talking live with a public relations specialist to hear what he thinks Tiger Woods should do now. Welcome back. As you're waking up this morning, we are learning more about the crash that landed Tiger Woods in the middle of this massive media firestorm.
The Florida Highway Patrol has released a 6-page report detailing what happened.
And according to that report, the crash caused, as you can see with all that damage, $3,200 in property damage. Tiger was not wearing a seatbelt. The golfing great did make a public apology on his website, saying that he regrets his transgressions with all of his heart. He also goes on to say that his sins should not require news releases. Except that with a public apology on his website, the question comes, is that enough to repair his image? And he let down a lot of folks. Well, he certainly did. Joining us this morning just to talk a little bit more about this and also the public relations process is Tanner. He's a public relations specialist with Tanner Friedman. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. How are you? Good.
Well, we've, of course, seen other high-profile men, notable politicians hold the apologetic news conference with their wife by their side. Does this apply to Tiger? Should he be doing something like that, too?
Probably so. You know, he finally did the right thing. You know, he had admitted transgressions and apologized to his family and fans. But the problem is it took him much too long to do that right thing. And moving forward, that's definitely the direction he should be moving.
Well, I think what the public wants to see more than anything else is that he's working on his marriage and doing the right thing here. He's got to reestablish trust with her, but how does he reestablish trust with the public? Does he need to do a sit-down, a one-on-one with, someone like a Barbara Walters or an Ann Curry to try to restore their faith?
Yeah, he's going to have to do that. I mean, eventually he's not going to be able to continue to hide behind written statements or the walls of his mansion. I mean, that's what's been the problem all along. You know, he avoided the media, he avoided the police. He's turned this into what could have been maybe a few-day story into a week-plus story. And fueled that speculation. The tabloids went digging, and we see what happened. So he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to go on camera. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, obviously what's most important is his marriage. Right. Whether or not his wife stands by him like a Hillary Clinton and perhaps goes on camera with him.
As a public relations specialist, if Tiger were your client, is this kind of irreparable? I mean, certainly that good boy image that he used to have of just being this great role model. I mean, is there really anything that can be done to get that back?
Well, he's on the road, to recover, hopefully. He's one of the world's biggest stars, and at the same time, we as a society can accept human failings and frailties if we see honesty and contrition. So he needs to start down that path and also understand that, these are different times. He can tend to be a pretty private person, and we can all understand privacy and all like privacy, but he is a public figure. It's not like, 20, 30, 40 years ago where, people like Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth were doing similar, if not worse things. The media left him alone. He's a public figure, and he's got to get used to the fact that he really, unfortunately, doesn't have a private life, or at least those lines are very blurred.
Well, we would think that he's known that over the years.
Yeah, but of course it started early for him. I mean, he's been having to deal with this since he was 18. Don, thanks so much. I know that I think the key word that you said there is honesty, and that's I think what a lot of folks are looking for from him, and we'll see how that rolls out.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, Tanner, have a great morning, and thanks for joining us.